Your emotions are not problems to be solved, but messages to be received with an open heart. And that is the thought for today. Welcome to 7 Good Minutes. I'm Clyde Lee Dennis. Thanks for joining me for what I believe will be 7 of the most enriching minutes of your day. In today's episode of 7 Good Minutes, we talk about a daily emotional check-in and a simple practice for inner awareness. Enjoy. How often do you pause to truly ask yourself how you're feeling? Not the automatic fine we give when someone asks in passing, but a genuine, honest assessment of your inner landscape. Most of us move through our days so focused on what we need to do that we rarely stop to notice what we're actually experiencing emotionally. But what if taking just a few minutes each day to check in with yourself could transform your relationship with your emotions and your overall well-being? By the end of this episode, you'll have a simple yet powerful daily practice for emotional awareness that can help you navigate your feelings with greater clarity and compassion. This isn't about analyzing or fixing your emotions. It's about developing the skill of emotional literacy, the ability to recognize, name, and honor what you're experiencing without judgment. Think of your emotions as messengers. They're constantly providing you with information about your needs, your boundaries, your values, and your experiences. But if you're not paying attention to these messages, you miss out on valuable guidance that could help you make better decisions, improve your relationships, and live more authentically. The practice I want to share with you is what I call the inner inventory. It's a brief daily check-in that helps you tune into your emotional state with curiosity rather than judgment. You can do this first thing in the morning, during a lunch break, or before bed, whenever feels most natural for you. Start by finding a quiet moment and taking 3 deep breaths. Then ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Don't rush to answer. Give yourself permission to sit with this question and notice what arises. You might discover multiple emotions coexisting. Perhaps you're excited about a project but also anxious about a deadline, or grateful for your relationships but also lonely in some way. The key is to name your emotions as specifically as possible. Instead of just good or bad, try to identify the particular feeling. Are you content, joyful, or peaceful? Are you frustrated, disappointed, or overwhelmed? The more precise you can be, the more useful this information becomes. Once you've identified what you're feeling, ask yourself, where do I feel this in my body? Emotions aren't just mental experiences. They have physical components too. Maybe anxiety shows up as tightness in your chest, or excitement feels like energy in your stomach. This body awareness helps you recognize emotional patterns more quickly in the future. Next, ask, what might this emotion be telling me? Remember, emotions are information. Anger might be telling you that a boundary has been crossed. Sadness might be signaling a loss that needs to be grieved. Joy might be highlighting what truly matters to you. Fear might be alerting you to something that needs attention or preparation. Here's the crucial part. Resist the urge to immediately fix or change what you're feeling. The goal of this practice isn't to feel better right away, it's to feel more aware. Sometimes the most healing thing you can do is simply acknowledge and accept your emotional experience without trying to alter it. You might also ask, what do I need right now? This could be something practical, like rest or movement, or something emotional, like connection or solitude. Sometimes just identifying what you need is enough to shift your emotional state naturally. Consider keeping a simple emotion journal where you record your daily check-ins. You don't need to write paragraphs, even a few words can be valuable. Over time, you'll start to notice patterns. Maybe you consistently feel anxious on Sunday evenings, or perhaps you're happiest after spending time in nature. These insights can help you make choices that better support your emotional well-being. Remember that all emotions are valid and temporary. You don't have to justify feeling sad, angry, or scared. You also don't have to hold on to joy, excitement, or peace. Emotions are like weather. They come and go, and your job is simply to notice and respond appropriately, not to control the forecast. This practice also helps you develop emotional vocabulary. Many of us learn to categorize our feelings into just a few basic categories, but the human emotional experience is far richer and more nuanced than that. The more words you have for your feelings, the better you can understand and communicate your inner experience. Be patient with yourself as you develop this practice. If you're not used to paying attention to your emotions, It might feel awkward or overwhelming at first. That's completely normal. Like any skill, emotional awareness improves with practice. Your daily emotional check-in is a gift you give yourself, a few minutes of self-compassion and attention in a world that's constantly demanding your focus elsewhere. It's a way of honoring your inner experience and treating yourself with the same care and curiosity you might offer a good friend. Start small, be consistent, and trust that this simple practice can create profound shifts in how you relate to yourself and navigate your daily life. Your emotions are not obstacles to overcome. They're part of the rich, complex, beautiful experience of being human. That does it for today's episode of 7 Good Minutes. Please take a moment to rate and review the show on the platform you're listening on. Until next time, let's be civil to one another out there. Thanks for listening.